The beer we're brewing today, the Double Day of the Dead, is inspired by an Aztec drink, which was made with coca nibs and chili and vanilla. It was called Zottelet, as far as I know. So you can tell that's where the name chocolate came from. And it's described as being a frothy, bitter drink, which to me just sounded like beer waiting to be made. We've tried it on a 50-litre size before. All the flavours really melded together. They created something more than the sum of the parts. It was pretty special. This is 1,800 litres. We're not quite sure how it's going to turn out. Will it have too much chili? Not enough? Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking. It's pretty exciting too. The beer's a black lager, very strong. 8% this one should come out at. People think of lager as being, yes, straw golden colour and super drinkable, but there's no reason why we can't do something more challenging with it. This one's black. It's simply using a lager yeast. So a long cold ferment. The result should be a super smooth, crisp beer, which should allow the flavours of the chipotle smoked chili to really shine through. We're also using quite a lot of coca powder and coca nibs as well to give it a really good raw chocolate flavour. Not sweet chocolate, this is dark, bitter chocolate with a smoky chili combination going with it. There's a long tradition of adding other flavours to beers rather than hops. We've become used to only ever adding hops. This beer's got hops in it, some Northern Brewer and some Czech Saaz, but they're going to be quite a mild background character, really just a bit of bitterness to balance the beer and to complement the bitterness of the chocolate. Garage Project is very much about being able to play around, trying to do something interesting, trying to do something that maybe hasn't been done before, or it's been done before and you want to try and do it a different way. I mean, the beer should never be gimmicky. There should be a really good reason. I mean, I firmly believe you should only ever put something other than malt and hops in a beer if it's going to make it a better beer at the end. There has to be a reason for it. It should be interesting. I mean, when you work in a bigger brewery, often you can become a production worker. Unlike wine, where you're allowed to have variation from one season to the next, beer you're expected to produce the same thing over and over. None of the Garage Project beers should ever be boring. They should be anything but boring. As long as you get a response from people, it should be exciting, maybe it's challenging. There should be some kind of emotional response. I mean, I think we've just got too used to drinking beer just because it's cold and fizzy. It needs to be more than that. It needs to be something exciting. I mean, we started the Garage Project on a 50-litre pilot plant. We did 24 beers in the first 6 months, and we launched one each week. Some of them were great, some of them were a work in progress, but they were always interesting. Some of them people hated, but I even quite like that. It's good to challenge people. Wellington's our home base. We're going to try and have a very strong presence there. There's a lot of people who are very excited about Garage Project and what we're doing, but we want to spread it around too. We want to get it around New Zealand to maybe just a couple of other bars that we think fit with the Garage Project ethos, and then over to Australia as well.